The Muny in Forest Park.
Hi, I'm Mike Isaacson, the executive producer of the Muny, and I'm here at the PNC Gazebo talking to Ali Ewoldt, who is starring as Maria in West Side Story. And thrilled to have you here.
Thank you. Thrilled to be here.
So I'm doing my research, and one of the things I was intrigued by, you talk about on your website, you went to Yale and you started psychology.
Yep.
And you kind of acknowledged that was sort of your safety net, even though you loved performing. So, you know, that's a common challenge with a lot of artists.
Right.
And I'm fascinated to know at what point you said, okay, I don't need the net, I'm going to do that. Like, tell me about that journey.
Well, you know, it was funny because one would think that it would be my parents that were very, you know, must be practical, get a degree in something stable. But for whatever reason, when I was growing up, I loved performing. I grew up going to Broadway shows and performing in the high school musicals and everything. But I really thought that, you know, I should try and do something that's a little more stable. And so I went to Yale because I knew there'd be amazing performance opportunities in addition to all the academic opportunities. And there, it really just sort of cemented that I just wanted to perform, even though, you know, I enjoyed my studies, and but you could perform in shows, you know, every weekend, different weird experimental things, and did a lot of operas and was taking voice lessons. And so when I graduated, I was actually very lucky. I found an agent right from doing a production with the Yale Opera.
Wow.
And so, so I was lucky to be set up that way, and so I thought I'd just give it a shot. And
what were your psychology professors saying?
I don't know that they were really pushing me in one direction or another. It was liberal arts. They were just sort of like happy, you know. And I think it all sort of pertains. Like, psychology definitely, you know, is a study of why people do what they do, which is
that's the next question. So how has that filtered into your creating characters?
I think it's all one and the same. What was really wonderful at Yale was that they really just encouraged this inquisitive creativity, really delving, you know, into questions about why things are the way they are, looking at things from a different perspective. And I think really that mindset has been very, very helpful in creating roles.
So what's the psychology of your Maria?
Oh, I don't know. You know, I think Maria is amazing. She has just come to this country. She's been here for a month and literally has seen nothing because her dad and her brother have kept her at home. But she's incredibly inquisitive. She questions, you know, why are things this way? Why do they have that rumble? What feelings do they have to get rid of? What is this about? And so she's not naive at all. She's just really, she doesn't know a lot, but she's open and is really excited to learn. And I think that's what makes her romance with Tony so amazing, because even though she sees what's happening in the world around her, she's very realistic about knowing that, you know, this romance isn't going to happen unless I have Tony go and stop the rumble, unless like I stop this fighting between these two groups. But she still is open to be, you know, swept up in the love story of it all.
Let's talk about your voice, which is, it's remarkable.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I mean, listening to you sing is a real pleasure.
Thank you.
So, at what point were you growing up when people were like, you know, you have a voice, or what was that training like?
I don't know. I mean, I think I was always singing. I have some very, very mortifying videos of me singing at home. Actually,
we're gonna find those.
Oh yes, there is one on YouTube of me. I was probably about 10 years old singing the entire opening sequence of Les Mis on my bed. Like big frizzy hair, like awkward sweatshirt, and
Look
my
down.
brother, exactly.
You, great.
Oh yes, chain gang, like acting out the whole thing. My brother's like behind me. But I started taking voice lessons maybe when I was about 10 years old. Had an amazing voice teacher and mentor that really took it slowly, made sure that, you know, I studied classically and in a very healthy way.
Wow.
Gave me a really amazing technique that way, and then I got to continue studying at Yale and post-Yale and all that.
So your credits are quite substantial. You were in Les Mis when you played Cosette.
Cosette, yep.
Yeah. We just did that, I'm sorry to blur, I think 2 weeks ago with one of your buddies, Norm Lewis.
Yes.
What is your favorite part you've ever played that you feel is you have the strongest kinship to?
That's a really good question. I think I loved Cosette, and I loved doing Les Mis. I have to say Maria. She's, you know, I've been lucky to have been able to play her a couple of times in very different circumstances, and there are just so many layers to the show. You know, it really doesn't get old. She starts on this amazing journey at the beginning and ends in this really amazing place of strength.
Why do you think the show is a classic, West Side Story?
So many reasons. The music is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It really, Leonard Bernstein's score is above and beyond anything. And the dancing is incredible. Just the conception of the show, how everything melds together. It's this amazing piece of storytelling that really, you could not understand a word that we were saying and still, from the music and the dance, completely get what the story is about.